Alright, so we've got the Chucky ranking. This is going through all 8 films, I believe. Let me just double check they've got it out of order. Yeah, all 8 films and 3 seasons of the show. We've got greatest of all time, amazing, overrated, okay, and pretty bad. I moved overrated up because I don't feel anything is pretty bad, and I feel overrated is actually it shouldn't be the last on the list. So I'm just gonna go left to right. Season 3 of Chucky, the TV series, was okay. I'm gonna go ahead and say that my ranking here is going to be heavily different than the majority of people. I grew up with my first horror movie being Child's Play 3, so that one will have a special place in my heart, whereas others put it pretty low. But I do say that season 3 was just okay. I had a hard time finishing that one. I still liked it. I will go ahead and say there is no Child's Play or Chucky movie that I actually dislike or don't find myself just sitting down watching. But as far as the TV series goes, that was the low point for me. Season 1, I bounce between amazing and greatest of all time for it. I'm going to say amazing. That may change. Season 1 to me was what a TV show opening season should be. It introduced us to the characters and did it in a very, very good way. As well as, getting some good kills in. You know what? I'm changing the name of this one, live in the video, to Overhated. That to Overhated, and it's gonna go just above okay. So that way we don't really have any bad, I guess you'd say. And we can move Overrated down just a tad. For Overhated, I'm going to go season 2 of the TV series. I will say I battle with myself on that one between amazing and overhated, simply because the Catholic imagery, the play on all the Chuckies, I think it could have been higher on my list if they would have done more with the Chuckies that they had. But it was just a instant, oh, kill him off, kill him off, kill him off. So that's why it's just overhated. Curse of Chucky. I don't. I'm gonna put Curse of Chucky in. I want to put it in amazing. Yeah, I'll put it in amazing for right now. I hate doing rankings like this because I always end up second guessing myself. Like Curse of Chucky, I like it. It is higher up on my list of movies that, or Chucky movies that I enjoy. But I wouldn't put it as overrated. I wouldn't put it as low as season 3 of Chucky. It's just, to me, it's kind of there. If it's on, I'll watch it. Or if I'm doing a Chucky marathon, I'll watch it. But other than that, it's kind of there. Child's Play 2, greatest of all time. Don't care, no competition. It is what it is. Cult of Chucky. I'm gonna put Cult of Chucky in overhated. I enjoyed it. Once again, I enjoy every Chucky film. It's one of those, it's an acquired taste, I guess. But then again, as I said, I'm very what's the word for it? Biased when it comes to Chucky. Chucky is my favorite horror franchise. Like, let's see, which one's my, there it is. Like, right now, I'm wearing the Child's Play 3 shirt, and on my computer desk, just under my monitor, as a matter of fact, Chucky and Tiffany. So, I'm very biased, and I openly admit that I am biased when it comes to all of that. So, Cult of Chucky, I'm throwing in overhated just because I don't want to put it in amazing. Nobody rates it high enough for it to be overrated. And I wouldn't necessarily put it down in okay. It had some good kills, but it also had some questionable things. Seed of Chucky. It's going in okay. Once again, always find something I enjoy. If I want to watch something that'll make me laugh at the stupidity of it all, Seed of Chucky. But as far as just throwing it on to throw it on, I can do that with the other 5 on this list. These 2 I have to be in the right mood for. Child's Play 3, I'm going to put it in overhated, and I'm actually going to put it ahead of season 2 of Chucky. A lot of that is because Child's Play 3 was the first horror movie I watched at way too young of an age. So it's it's got something. I have a special connection with it, I guess you'd say. I can acknowledge that it's not the best movie in the world. By no means is it the best movie. It's not even the best Chucky movie in the world. Pardon me. But it very much is a fun film that I can throw on at any point in time and personally do not get the hate for. Alright, the remake of Child's Play. Reboot, whatever you want to call it. Now, a lot of people will put it right here. Just because it's not Brad Dourif. It's not, it's not Chucky. Well, as I said, I'm going to piss a lot of people off with this list. I'm going to go ahead and throw it in amazing. Because they took something that you know what, we're gonna move season 1 of Chucky up to greatest of all time. They took something that a lot of people, including the creator, were tired of the wackiness and silliness, and they still threw a little wackiness and silliness into it, but they also went with the creator's original vision. The creator's original vision, which was for it to be more of AI. Don Mancini originally wanted it to be a psychological horror where you didn't know if the kid was doing it or if the doll was doing it. And if I'm not mistaken, in the interview he was talking about, it turned out that the doll had been not possessed, but it was something more supernatural than voodoo. It wasn't AI at the time, because you got to think he wrote it in, I want to say, 85, and the movie originally came out in 88. So AI wasn't quite as big back then. So what the reboot was trying to do was they were trying to do a reboot in the way reboots should be done, and that's take their own spin on things while sticking with the original vision. And I just went on way too long of a rant about that movie. And once again, the original Child's Play. This is another one. It's another one that I'm gonna catch some flack for. It's not going into okay, but it is going into overrated. As a diehard Chucky fan, I found the original to just be boring. And I don't want to say it's boring. Boring's not the right word. It was too much of a slow burn for what the series had become. Now, had the series stuck with that style, uh, seeing things through the doll's perspective and all that. And I think they were trying to go with the psychological horror of if the kid was doing it or if the doll was doing it. I think they tried to go with that route, but it just didn't work out that way. And if they'd stuck with that throughout the rest of the series, then sure, it would be a lot higher. But it was almost, they did a complete 180 with Child's Play 2. And Child's Play 2, to me, top tier. So, Bride of Chucky. I'm gonna throw Bride of Chucky in amazing, and if it'll let me, there we go. It's gonna go in amazing. Now, now, Bride of Chucky, there's only so much you can say that hasn't already been said. It brought Tiffany to the forefront. You know, it went from just being about one killer doll to more of a family dynamic, which they tried to expand on, but that failed miserably. And that is one thing that I've always enjoyed about the Chucky movies, is their ability to evolve. You have in Child's Play 1 the attempt at psychological horror, which in my opinion did not work. And Child's Play 2 went more the slasher route. Child's Play 3, still similar to the more slasher route, but you were more confined to that military base. And then Bride of Chucky is when it really started to, he started to try to expand into different, not necessarily genres, but different subgenres of horror. Like, this was almost a horror rom-com. And then Seed of Chucky, the least said about that, the better. But that's, you know, more of the family dynamic. I can't remember exactly what I had labeled that as way back when. And you went to Curse of Chucky, which had the isolated horror, and they brought the psychological horror back in a way with Cult of Chucky. Like, is Chucky really doing this, or did Nika go crazy? So, I mean, that's my list. I know I rambled on quite a bit, and I apologize. But that is my list. Got it up on screen for you to see. You guys have a wonderful day. I hope to do more of these. I'm going to take a look at the different lists that are possible and see what I can come up with. I will catch you all in the next one.